This is on Colvita, Collagen, and Colway vitamin C. A few people are asking me how it helped me. I was poisoned April 30th, 2013, and I was one of the few that got immediate adverse reactions within 2 hours of the first pill, which was Cipro XL at 1,000 milligrams each pill over a 10-day period. I only managed to take 9 of the 10, but the first pill, again, within 2 hours, my eyes went crisscross, double vision, and pain. Somehow, like I became extremely, when this happened, I was, freaking, I guess, if you want to say, what's going on? I was sitting on my computer and all of a sudden double vision. I thought maybe it was something, an earthquake or something. And then, it sort of escalated and I got up and I'm like screaming, going, oh my God, oh my God. And at the time I was staying at my sister's and she came in the room, and this was in the evening, and she started screaming. My eyes were both were in towards my nose, locked, and painful, I must add. Plus, I was seeing double. Anyway, after calming down, after 5 minutes or so, I lie down on my bed and I closed my eyes and I just focused on the muscles, to relax them. And I was so terrified to open them. So I must have lied down for about a half an hour with my eyes closed. And I don't really recall how long, but at least half an hour. And when I finally opened my eyes, my eyes went back to normal. But after that point, I was very careful with my vision. Tried not to strain my eyes or anything like that. And then another few hours after the first pill, Cipro pill, I developed severe insomnia, which I never experienced in my life. My whole adult life, I slept 8 hours a day, very deep, very, well rested and everything. And that night, when I was attempting to sleep, I couldn't sleep the whole night. I slept pivotal 1 to 2 minutes at a time for a total of 20 minutes a night. And this continued for well into a year and a half to 2 years. And so it's like really no sleep. It was severe insomnia, severe fatal insomnia, because some people actually die from that. Sleeping 20 minutes a night. And I didn't sleep a whole 20 minutes. It was 1 to 2 minutes, totaling at 20 minutes a night. Then it seemed the next morning I woke up, I was stiff, my fingers. Actually how it started was pins and needles in the tip of my fingers, in both. And eventually within days, right up to my shoulder, maybe even less, pins, needles, zapping, numbness, and then I became stiff, and then I noticed my hair started falling out. Basically the symptoms, whatever was happening, was happening, hour by hour, day by day, week by week, month by month, until I had well over 30 serious damages. Degenerative disc disease developed almost immediately within a month. Liver, kidney damage, severe brain fog, memory problems. I had a business that I was running, and so April 30th, I got a big contract. A few months later, middle to last week of July into August, 3 weeks. And during that 3 weeks, I already was in the condition where I had my left arm in a sling because of the pain that I was experiencing. I couldn't move it. My shoulders, anyway, so to get through this contract, because it was you know, like I was into electronic repairs, you know, cell phones, computers, but I also, my main business was waste management. And when I hired people, I usually, you know, not just supervise them and stuff on site, but I would work with them as well. You know, I didn't really have to, but I would, because that's just what I like to do as well. And anyway, so saying all this, like I had a lot of damages. At this point, the only thing that I was really diagnosed with was arthritis in my hands and my wrist and stuff. And, you know, like it was throughout my body. I had complete stiffness and stuff. And, but it first attacked me in my hands and arms and stuff and shoulders, and moved down to my hips and, you know, spine and whatnot. So after the 3-week contract, it was 6 days a week. 6 days a week I worked. I had to bring on my brother. I had to split the contract because I couldn't do it on my own. And basically I was only using one hand. You know, that's all I could do. The other one was totally debilitated. But when I started this contract, in order to get through it, I didn't realize what was really happening to me, and I couldn't believe that antibiotics could do such a thing. Even after, you know, my eyes went crisscross after the first pill, I never imagined this was from an antibiotic, and the sleeping and all the other problems that were coming, but I couldn't figure out what else it was, you know. So after the contract, during the contract, I started taking Advil, maximum amount every day for the 3 weeks, and extra strength, not knowing the contradictions of NSAIDs. And by the time I finished a contract, by the end of August, early September, I couldn't stand or walk for more than 5-10 minutes. And I was in pain from head to toe, inside out. I couldn't tell you what was wrong. Just, you know, I had the brain fog, the hair falling out. And also in the 1 to 2 minute pivotal sleeps that I had, at least once a night, I had reoccurring psychotic nightmares for 4 months straight. And then it lessened a bit, but it became even more psychotic. And sorry. And, you know, again, I couldn't stand or walk. I was walking worse than a 90-year-old. I couldn't even lift my legs. I was dragging my legs, small drags. And anywhere I went, thank God I had a vehicle. So otherwise I would have been housebound, bedbound, but I couldn't stand. I couldn't sit. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sit even. The only place that I could really sit was in my van. It was the most comfortablest, and even that wasn't, but that was the most comfortable. So I used to sit there when I didn't go out. I would sit in the van in front of the house most of the day, and then, you know, in the sunroom too, but it was so uncomfortable. But that was the second other place, because I like to be out in the sunlight, not in the house, you know. I had depersonalization. I mean, just definitely brain damaged, you know, a bit of a psychosis, I would say, you know. Then I experienced in September or October, November, Thanksgiving Day, I think it was, Canadian Thanksgiving, I had 2 episodes, crying episodes for 3 days straight at a time. You know, I was in excruciating pain, like just from head to toe. By September, you know, I went to see a urologist. I didn't have any problems or anything like that. I mean, I did, but, you know, I was actually given the 10 Cipro pills for kidney, bladder, suspected infection.